Hey, Chief, you said yes to the proposal.
Hey, while you still on the knee putting the ring on. Oh, by the way, prenup too.
You got the ring and you got the prenup.
Yeah.
Rack it up. I got a bit of the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up. She got her hands on her knees and she bringing the cake out.
What's going on? Welcome back to the Friendly Fade Podcast, episode 13 with Reem the Dream, Nubs, and Coquito Papi. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're feeling generous, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a banger. All right, boys. Interesting day in the NFL. We had a lot of what you would say upsets. So I'm, very intrigued to see what our conversations are going to be like today. And with the, upcoming weekend of matchups that we have going on, we're kind of getting close to the end of the year, which is kind of sad in terms of football is concerned. But, that gives us time to kind of lock in with basketball. But, for now, let's kind of get into the matchups, kind of catch up with Nate since, he's disconnected from the world. So, this is our therapy session. We get to kind of we gotta let him know what's going on today because he's in a cave right now. He hasn't had a haircut in like 3 months at this point. So
Facts, bro. It's just been such a routine for me, dog. Like I'm just used to being in bed by now.
Bro, when's that time you actually left the house, bro?
I leave the house every day, dog. Don't try me.
Where you going? You work from home?
Yeah, but I still like leave the house, dog. I'm not gonna stay cooped up at the crib, dog.
I really be worried about you, bro, because I'm like, this man live in the middle of nowhere, and I'm like, he like, what is he doing? He's not on social media. Like, I'm like, I can't check up on him. Like,
Yeah, you can. You just send me a text, nigga. It's that easy. But
yeah, I send you a text and you respond with like a one word.
Nah, I responded to you. I liked your message. I was busy today. Work's been fucking kicking my ass, dog.
damn, Kareem.
I go out back. I go golfing out back. I swing my clubs with Autumn. She goes and gets my ball. It's fun.
That's clutch.
Yeah, I don't fucking just sit around doing nothing all day, dog. I just not on social media. That's it.
I don't know why that's what I picture for some reason in my head. For some reason in my head, I'm like, yo, this man's like ghost, like he's gone. I'm like, what is he doing? Just laying in bed like this.
Nah,
like praying.
I'm reading a book. It's just a lot of different things, dog. So I'm not just fucking twiddling my thumbs at the crib, not using social media.
I mean, Kareem, if you're getting one word Texas, bro, that's a you problem because me and Nate, we talk all day, bro. I don't know what
that's because Harry asked me about myself. It's not just, hey, the pod's going on at 9. Hey, you good for the pod? Like, what do you expect me to say? Hey,
man, do I look like your girl, bro?
No, but don't expect nothing if you ain't gonna give nothing. Is what I'm saying. Exactly. Harry hits me up every day, asks me, what's going on with everything, and we talk. So,
okay. My bad, bro. My bad.
I mean, I don't care. I don't care. I'm just saying for you because you're over here saying that I don't talk or I give you one word responses. You give me. That's all I give you the option for, dog. I mean. How much I can say back from, yeah, I'm ready for the pod at 9.
I talk to Nate more than I talk to the rest of the group, bro, on that damn group chat.
Facts.
I mean, group chat's been dead, to be honest. I mean, for the past few days or week.
Yeah, I'm gonna dead that shit, bro. I'm just gonna leave it and everything.
Oh, you're gonna leave it too?
No.
Okay, so no more group chats for the rest of the month of January. All right, but
no, los tóxicos are dead, bro.
I'm dead.
After all the yawning that Nate did, we're just making sure we're catching up with Nate.
No, I know. Just checking up on the social media cleanse. The people want to know, Nate. The people just want to know. Just a little status update, the weekly update. Like Harry said, a little therapy session. Bring our boy back to the real world. Be like, what'd you miss this week, man? Oh, yo, like, this and this happened. In other news, Trump is probably gonna win again. That's what it's looking like right now. So if you weren't tracking, I mean that's really it, man. There's not. This week's been a pretty quiet week besides the Iowa caucus, and that's really it.
And you know what? From now on, now that we're gonna do this little Nate therapy session every week, I'm just gonna write down like throughout the week everything that like important that you missed, and that so that when we come on the pod next week, I'll have it on deck. You know.
There you go. Yeah.
Bam, bam, one after the other, bro.
Yes, sir. Oh,
Love
Nate. I mean, you watch TV, so right? You still watch TV?
Yeah, I watch ESPN and shit.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay. So Siakam got traded to the Pacers.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Pretty solid squad. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is like playing at an MVP level this year. I haven't been watching much basketball. I'm waiting for football season to end, but obviously I've been catching little tidbits here and there of like the big news that's coming out in the NBA. As always, LeBron's soft. The Lakers are trash, per usual. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Besides that, that's really it, man. And then Dwayne Wade got a trophy. Oh, I don't know if you heard about that. They're gonna put a trophy out for him in front of the arena.
It's a statue, dumbass.
Oh shit! I said, God damn, holy,
What?
Bruh, I said, oh my, statue, my B. He's getting a statue in front of the arena. And I asked I asked Darren when Darren announced it because he was there when they announced it, and I was like, yo, they're gonna paint his nails in the statue too, just so it matches his his daily lifestyle. Because my dog Dwayne Wade's a little fruity these days, man. He's a little spicy.
Yeah, they're not gonna put Dwayne Wade on the statue. It's gonna be Dwayne Union.
Oh, you're right. That's true. He did change his last name. You're right. And then good point there, Harry. I appreciate that, man. No, that's really it, man. Not much going on this week, like I said. But we'll definitely update you. We'll do a weekly update with you, Papa. We'll let you know what's going on.
For sure. Well, that being said, I think we had a phenomenal wild card weekend this past weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I think you guys would all agree. Who would have thought the Texans and the Green Bay Packers were going to come out on top against the Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns? Very, very wild card weekend. Can't believe the Bucks made it on. And then there was a lot of blowouts, right? I mean, we weren't really – I think the only contested game that I really enjoyed watching was the Rams and Lions game. I mean, that was
the best game, easily.
That was easily the best game. My dog Puka. Shout out Puka.
Puka's a beast, man. Kid's a beast.
So nasty, dog. Glad to see he's still balling, bro.
Oh yeah, rookie too. Scary.
Now he's in Cancun, but
Yeah.
No, Nate. Let's add now Puka to the list of wide receivers that Stafford has absolutely freaking skyrocketed to stardom, pretty much, bro. Because that guy is. I don't care what anybody says, dog. Matthew Stafford's elite, dog.
No, he's nice. Matt Stafford's nice, bro. Don't get it twisted. He spent a long time. He spent a long time in Detroit losing not because of him, obviously, right? Because of the team. But the minute you put him around a good squad, look what happened. He won a Super Bowl. So it just goes to show you that he's always been elite. So anybody who thinks otherwise is crazy, in my opinion.
Yeah, the Lions just never really put the pieces around him to make him elite in that system until they got Dan Campbell. Anybody, I think, right now can be a quarterback out there on that team and still be pretty good. With how good he's been running the team, but not Jared Goff by any means because he's been fucking balling.
I was about to say, not to take away anything from Jared Goff, man. Jared Goff's been doing his thing too. So give credit where credit's due. I think it was a good trade for both teams, the Lions and the Rams.
Yeah, I think it worked out.
You want to know what the difference is between the two of them, though, when it comes to like their journeys in Detroit? I mean, don't get me wrong, Jared Goff is balling. I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but it's a lot easier for him to do his job when Detroit now has that type of running game. Because when Matthew Stafford wasn't there, there was I'm talking about like a season and a half where they didn't have not one game with a 100-yard rusher, and it's hard to win games like that, bro.
You're right.
Saying? So that's what I think is the difference. Is it's kind of more balanced now to where he doesn't have to completely put the team on his back. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, let's transition from talking about the veteran quarterbacks into these rookie quarterbacks and these first couple of season quarterbacks. And I'm talking about CJ Stroud and Jordan Love. What do you guys think about them boys?
Shoot. I mean, listen, man. CJ Stroud, we've known. I think it was around like week 4 or 5, man. We started watching him a little bit, and then we saw what he was doing, and I was like, okay, I mean, we'll see. Let's see how long he can keep this up for. It might just be a little 2-game, he's hot. I mean, as a rookie, I mean, nobody expected much from the Texans this year, man. Rookie quarterback, rookie coach, rookie coordinator. The team has overachieved in a huge way. The fact that they didn't even expect to make the playoffs, and they make the playoffs and win a playoff game. All that, by the way, before Tua wins his playoff game, first playoff game. So, yo, CJ Stroud is like Houston. They hit the jackpot on him, man. It's that was a huge pick for them. And really it was thanks to Carolina, because Carolina went and got Bryce Young, so that left Stroud as the second best option according to a lot of people. And guess what? Now we know Stroud was the best option in the draft that day, not Bryce Young. But yes, I think Stroud is amazing, man. I think he's only going to get better. D'Amico Ryans is doing a phenomenal job with the Texans, and that defense is only going to get better as well, because remember, he is a defensive-minded coach. And obviously with Stroud under him, he has that coordinator that's helping him develop. So just keep an eye out for that defense in Houston. I think they're going to be an elite defense in the upcoming years. As far as the Green Bay and Cowboys game, not surprised. I mean, who's really surprised by the Cowboys choking a big playoff game at home? Fun fact: they were the only home team to lose in a wild card weekend. So kudos to them on that for that. Not only losing, but getting blown out. 48-16 with 6 minutes left. The final score does not matter to me, because those were empty calories. Those were just kind of the style 100%. Points towards the end, where when Green Bay just basically put in their backups. So final score for me was 48-16. The Cowboys got blown out. That got exposed per usual, and their defense, with all that talking they were doing all season, also got exposed. So yeah, Jordan Love, kudos to him and credit to him. Kid's going to be, again, Green Bay with another quarterback of the future. I mean, damn, bro, they keep hitting the jackpot. But whatever, I can go on, man. But I'm gonna let Harry go.
Yeah, and to kind of add where you were just talking about Jordan Love and the Packers hitting on the jackpot. You don't want to say it too soon, but you can kind of see like Hall of Fame type of aspirations for Jordan Love. Obviously, it's he's not a rookie or anything, but it goes to show you everything that he learned while under Rodgers. Because I mean, you can't really put a price on those years that he was underneath him, because it's crazy how much knowledge he was able to keep in from a guy, or take in from a guy like Aaron Rodgers. I mean, it's night and day what he's getting there, opposed to a guy like CJ Stroud, who is like literally like clean from college and coming up and doing what he's doing, which ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? His duo with Nico Collins is absolutely outrageous. Like they just seem to be on par night in and night out every single week, and it's great to see. It's good to see for the fans. The league is obviously in good hands with all these quarterbacks 28 and under flourishing. But ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Love is like that, man. I don't know if you guys saw some of the throws that he was making off that.
Insane, bro. Insane.
Crazy, bro. Wild. I'm like, and the thing is like with his arm, it seems like he's not even trying to throw the ball, and it's just
he's flicking. Yeah, he's flicking wild off his back foot. Off his back foot. You saw how many passes he made off his back foot.
Yep.
To avoid pressure.
Darts, bro. Darts.
Like, I saw a lot of Aaron Rodgers. When a couple passes he threw, I was like, damn, that looked a lot like Aaron Rodgers, man. I was like, that's why I know, like, of course, he's been learning, dude. Like, 3-4 years under Rodgers, that's the same amount of time that Rodgers spent under Favre. I mean, the rest of the NFL needs to look at that blueprint of.
There's a recipe of success there, bro.
Yes. Let him sit behind a quarterback, draft a quarterback high, first round, and let him sit behind a vet for 4 years. Like, golly.
Right. And again, I'm going to go back to this again. Jordan Love is playing stellar, but let's not forget that Aaron Jones is the hottest running back in the league right now. Four straight weeks with over 100 yards. He just kept going again this past weekend. I think it was another 160. The guy can't be stopped right now. And
3 touchdowns.
The problem. Well, this has been working so beautifully for Jordan Love, because when you got the running game working like that, that play action is crazy, bro. Wild. It keeps that defense on its, very, very attentive, and they can't go to sleep, and it shows, because they blew that Cowboys defense out of the water, and Micah Parsons barely had any. He rushed the quarterback, I think maybe like 19 times, and made it to the quarterback like once. I think it was like his lowest efficiency when it comes to like rushing the quarterback in his whole entire career, bro. So it goes to show
zero sacks all game, by the way.
Yep. I love to see it, bro.
Zero sacks, bro.
I told you guys, man, weeks ago when you guys were hyping up Dak and hyping up CeeDee Lamb, and I was like, the time is coming. It's coming sooner rather than later, and it was this weekend. So, yeah, I mean, once again, man, all those games are great. NFL is in good hands, and I can't wait to see how the rest of the careers for these two guys goes, because they're gonna be stars, and we're gonna watch them for years to come.
Nobody was hyping up Dak and CeeDee Lamb. I was hype about CeeDee Lamb because I had him in fantasy. As soon as that week 17 finished, it was a wrap for me giving a fuck about CeeDee Lamb and Dak. I don't give a fuck about Dakota. I don't care about CD. I don't care about none of them boys no more. They're not on my team. As far as the Jets, they didn't even make the playoffs. They've been in Cancun since week 3, but it is what it is. I will say this. Them boys are definitely playing out of their mind. I want to see them do it again next year. Next year, to me, is going to be where I truly can gauge whether they're going to be long-distance Hall of Famers or if they're just going to be a one-and-done bust. We get a little excited with this rookie numbers, but it's always that sophomore slump, right?
Yeah.
That payday that they get, and then they start sucking. Like a Jalen Hurts got a huge-ass payday. Boy can't even play.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm eager. I like what I see. I was texting Harry throughout both of the games, Houston and the Packers, and we were talking about how amazing these kids look. You got CJ Stroud throwing no looks, freaking dots. You have Jordan Love throwing back foot faders that are just in bread baskets that make no sense.
Ridiculous, man.
But once you got that tape, once you start getting, you're that person, you're him, people start gunning for you. People want to hurt you. People want to look about everything you do, all your little snap counts, everything about you, every movement you make. Oh, he's going to throw off the back foot. I know he's about to right now with that step off the left. Or you know what it is. So they're going to gun for him. I'm eager to see. I really hope they continue, both of them. I hope they continue to play like how they've been playing because, boy, it's great to see and it's great for the league.
Absolutely.
Agreed, Nate. Let's not forget also Jordan Love is not a rookie, guys. CJ Stroud is. Jordan Love is in his 4th year, I believe.
But his first year actually playing the whole
starting, first year start.
Now we're getting tape on him, right? I mean, he played a couple games last year when Rodgers was hurt, but he never got that ability to become consistent, right? He didn't have those games that he can build underneath him, and that's why they look shaky in the beginning, right? Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden he caught stride. Aaron Jones started catching stride. Everybody came back healthy. Jair Alexander's not out here calling coin flips and costing his team almost the ball and shit like that. So, now they're catching stride. I'm not saying he's a rookie, but technically it's his rookie year, right? Like it's his first year playing.
His first starter. Yeah, first year as a starter.
So we'll see what happens next year.
Yeah, crazy stat, boys. Last 8 games, Jordan Love has thrown for 21 touchdowns and 1 interception.
Insane. Stroud didn't even have an interception until week 5 or something like that.
It was late. It was late in the season.
Makes no sense.
The whole year he had 5 picks. The whole year.
It's insane for a rookie, bro.
For a rookie, yeah. So like Harry said, the league's in good hands, man. They have promising futures, but like you said, also Nate, let's pump the brakes a little bit. Let's give them some time. But it's looking pretty good, man. It's looking pretty good. I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, the way I would kind of compare it is like they both passed the eye test, obviously, but the eye test doesn't always tell the whole story. So,
of course,
just like the final score, right? It's just like it's not indicative to the actual game.
Yeah,
because you can be up 48-16, but then at the end of the day, it's 48-38. It looks like it was way more contested than what it was.
Yeah,
that might not have been the case, and vice versa. It may have been close the whole game until the last 6 minutes where they scored on 3 touchdowns or something like that. So never indicative. That's why we don't always go by stats and we don't always go by the final score, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the stats of that final game and you see 396 yards from Dak Prescott and 3 touchdowns, you're like, fuck, this game was actually not bad. But then you actually watch the game, it's like, bro, they never had their car, bro.
Yeah, like I said, bro, it was towards the last 6 minutes, Dak was throwing darts, and that's because the defense went to sleep. Them boys were done. It was 48-16. Ain't no way they're coming back
from
that.
Their subs, bro. They put in the third strings.
Exactly. Like I said, empty calories, man. That didn't mean nothing.
But that leads us into this weekend, boys. We had a great wild card weekend, but now it's the divisional games, and this is when it gets a little bit more intense, right? I mean, I do want to throw in there, Dolphins are frauds. Shout out to Kareem for always being real about it.
Always. I keep it real. I'm not like them Cowboy fans that they're delusional. I keep it real about the Dolphins, man. I've been saying it all year. They ain't beat nobody, so I don't want to hear it. And y'all think the playoffs?
Been saying it all year. I've been saying it all year, but I've been getting shit all year for it too.
I was agreeing with you. What you mean?
You're the only one, basically. That's why.
Yeah, I know. I was the only one. And then these delusional Dolphins fans out there talking about like they think all of a sudden we're going to go to the playoffs and go play at Arrowhead at negative 50 degrees and win a damn playoff game. Like what the? Come on, bro.
Yeah, it was funny. I was texting Harry, I think like 3 weeks ago, that Tua was ass. And then he was like, nah, he's good, bro. And then he throws like a dart, like a nice dart. He's like, see, look at that great pass. And I was like, keep watching. What does he do? Throw a pick like 2 plays later.
Yeah, he's an interception machine, bro. That boy's man, whatever, man. I don't even want to get into that. We can get into this week's games for the teams that are still in there and that matter.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, we'll leave Cancun. We'll leave Cancun in Cancun, bro.
Yeah, leave the Cancun Bowl alone,
bro. That's frigid weather, man. That shit, I wouldn't want to play in that shit either, to be honest with you. But nonetheless, we got some great divisional games coming up. We got what, 4 games? We got 4 games.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and pick them out. We got Texans Ravens first. Who y'all boys rocking with on that?
I'm gonna take the Texans, not because I think they're gonna win, just because I want them to win.
Reem?
That's your final answer?
Yeah, that's my final answer.
That's a terrible take, my boy.
What do you mean? I just literally said not because I think they're gonna win, because I want them to win.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people want them to win, but at the end of the day, for me, man, it's gonna be the Ravens. The Ravens, Lamar has a lot to prove, in my opinion. And I don't think this is gonna be the week that he loses, bro. Now I could be wrong. I think it's gonna be a competitive game. I don't think they're gonna get blown out. Like I was telling y'all earlier, D'Amico Ryans is a great defensive coach, man. And I know that boy's been watching tape on Lamar. So Lamar's got his hands full on this weekend. So, but I still think they pull it out. Yeah, and they keep going.
You really wouldn't be surprised if they lost, though, right?
No, I wouldn't be shocked. No.
All right, I'm just making sure, because I mean, it's not like, don't get me wrong, Lamar has played great and all, but it's not like he's won one of these big ass games or anything. So like until he actually gets through all this, you know what I'm saying, all these playoffs and actually goes and wins the big game, like yeah, they're the hottest team in football, but I'm not gonna jump the gun and you know take all that shit that I said about Lamar back. I still don't think he could throw the ball. We'll see.
I don't think so either. I'm still not a believer in his passing game. He's 1-3 in the playoffs. He has, like I said, he has lots to prove. And this year is the year that he can do it. If he doesn't do it this year, I don't know when he's ever going to do it again, man. So yeah.
Who you got, Nate?
Honestly, this is the classic example of rust arrest, right? I mean,
big point.
Yep.
The Ravens were coming off a great couple of games because they had momentum.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in momentum, man. Give me the Texans, man. They've been rolling these last couple games. They have a chip on their shoulder. They're the underdogs. They're gonna go back in there with their backs against the wall, not giving a fuck, no pressure. I mean,
no pressure.
Like
house money.
It's all yes, house money. It's all pressure on the Ravens and Lamar. And that pressure busts pipes. And I don't know if he's going to be able to without his star, Mark Andrews. Nico Collins is balling right now in replacement of Tank Dell. Yeah, you got OBJ and Zay Flowers, but like you guys said, I don't really think Lamar can put it on him. I've seen a lot of throws to Zay behind him, not really, on point. So I'm rocking with the Texans on this one. I think Stroud comes out early like he did last week, throws a 75-yard dot. And if they don't complete it, I mean, it's a statement right there that's going to be made. So just like they did coming out last week against the Browns, I'm eager to see it. But I wouldn't be surprised Ravens win or the Texans win, to be completely honest. It's a toss-up, but I'm going with who has momentum right now, and I think that's the Texans.
Yeah, keep in mind as well, Nate. So we talking about Russ versus rest. So Lamar actually has been rested for 2 weeks now. He didn't play
Yeah.
the last game of the season because they already locked down the first seed. So now he's running on 2 weeks off. And dude, listen, man. If you play sports or not, you can kind of get the gist of if you're doing something so consistently and so well, and you take 2 weeks off from it, you're not just gonna come back and be as hot as you were.
Yep.
And that's in anything you do in life. It's not just
Yep.
sports, and especially in sports right now, bro. I'm scared of the Buffalo Bills because them boys have been hot. Those are the ones that you need to look out for, bro. Because them boys, they ain't take no days off because they were fighting for a playoff spot. They had to go to Miami to win the playoff to win their division. All right, and then they came out and won the wild card game. That's the team that you need to look out for because they ain't no rest. They ain't take no rest.
Dolphins are ass.
Well, we've already established that. Yeah.
Fuck Buffalo. They ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere.
All right. We'll get on. Go ahead, Nate. What's next?
We got Packers 49ers. Who you boys rocking with?
I think that defense is going to be too much for Jordan Love. I think his story is going to end this weekend. And to be honest, it's like if I had to pick a quarterback between Jordan Love and Brock Purdy right now, it's definitely Jordan Love. Don't get that twisted. But I think because Purdy has a strong defense to back him up, I think that's going to be the difference. To be honest, yeah, I don't see the 49ers losing that game. There's no way they drop the ball like the Cowboys. I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, I agree with Harry. If I had to pick a quarterback, I would definitely pick Jordan Love over Purdy. The only difference is Purdy has those weapons around him that are superior to Jordan Love's weapons. Jordan Love has great, young receivers, but they're very young. And give him a couple of years and they'll get to that point, right? And let's be real, Christian McCaffrey over Aaron Jones any day. And then you got Trent Williams, the best left tackle in the game, on top of San Francisco's elite defense. So I got to go with San Fran, bro. Like, there's no way I can pick the Packers over San Fran. So yeah, give me San Fran for this weekend.
No, is it just me or that connection that Jordan Love has with Dobbs is freaking crazy?
Yo, Dobbs! I told you Dobbs was looking like a prime Randy Moss last week, bro.
Wild. He loves that kid.
I texted you that, Harry. I remember I texted you. I was like, "Yo, this man's like a prime Randy Moss."
Jesus Christ, that guy was all over the fucking field.
Yeah.
Here I am. Here is where I am on this. I don't believe in Brock Purdy. I just don't. Whenever it's come down to big moments, big games, that boy looking like Kareem on the court, boy. Just so it's hard to say because I really don't trust Green Bay's defense. I think they're good. I think they can be great.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're there just yet. I really, really do like the safe bet in San Francisco, right? I mean, that's a safe bet. You got Debo, you got Christian McCaffrey, you got Brandon Ayuk, you got George Kittle, you got a great offensive line, you have a superb defense, a great linebacker in Fred Warner, and I believe Jordan Love struggles in the zone. So it's really easy to pick the San Francisco 49ers, but I'm rocking with the Green Bay Packers.
Ooh, so what you're telling me is you got both number one seeds getting bounced this weekend.
Yeah, I don't really like Brock Purdy, and I'm a big believer in momentum, and both teams are coming off great wins, coming off of blowout wins, in which I think they gain momentum.
He's going to carry them.
Understanding. And it's not like the Cowboys defense is trash.
No, they got exposed.
It's not like the Cleveland Browns defense ranked number 1 in the league was trash. And yet CJ Stroud tore them apart and Jordan Love tore the Cowboys apart. So it's not by any means out of this world. Like, it's not capable of happening. I think it's not going to be a blowout like it was for those two games, but I do got both 1 seeds being knocked off. And I got Baltimore being knocked off by a touchdown. And I got the Packers by 3.
Woo-wee! Nate coming in hot, bro. Okay.
That boy said Brock Purdy is in big moments is like Nate on the court going into his right hand, baby.
It is trash.
Woo! Yeah, that's
I don't
pretty.
know
That's
what
pretty
Kareem laughing about. Like he any better on the court, bro. That boy
Hey, I can
trash,
dribble.
bro.
I can dribble left and right, my boy.
Yeah, so can I. It's just going to the rim right hand is a little bit difficult for me.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah.
Finish-
That broke
finishing
ass.
with that right. Your ass is just trash, period.
No,
bro.
that broke ass left shot, boy. Hey. I get both of y'all to work before, so I don't want to hear it, bro.
I don't know about not me. Not
Definitely
me.
Harry. I definitely give Harry to work. You too, Nate.
I've
Yo,
never played you
what?
1-on-1. I'm
Not
undefeated
1-on-1. No,
one-on-one.
we didn't play 1-on-1.
Oh,
You
okay.
know what, bro? At this point, I don't want to hear it from nobody because none of us have touched a basketball since 1932. All right.
Facts,
So-
bro.
That's facts. That's facts. Yo, yeah. Don't get me in the court right now. Both of my knees, the check engine light's coming on immediately, dog.
Bro.
Both my knees.
Yo, I ain't fucking lying, bro. I don't even know when the last time I picked up a basketball.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
That's sad, bro. That's fucking sad as
We're
We
getting
used to
old,
play-
man.
We used to play all the time. We used to play every day.
Every day.
Yeah, every day, bro. After school in high school, we used to go over to Pembroke Falls right there.
Yeah.
And just hoot, bro, all day.
Piccolo.
I don't even think I ate dinner most days, bro.
Brian Piccolo Park, man.
But we got these last 2 games on Sunday, boys. We got this one right here. We got the Buccaneers with Baker Mayfield and them brand new Lions, boy. Who you boys rocking with?
I'm gonna take the Lions, but by no means do I think they have it easy. I mean, yeah, like the Buccaneers aren't, elite or anything, but they've kind of caught the league by surprise this year. Nobody thought that fucking Baker Mayfield was gonna come back to his own and lead a team to the playoffs, even though the division is fucking straight cheeks. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why our boy Tom Brady went over there after, the Patriots, his little segue there, and it's because, at the time our division was trash, and then he just bounced to another division that was trash. So, he's the GOAT and all, but he got there through easy ass divisions, which Baker Mayfield is obviously now benefiting from. But he's playing pretty good, and if they did happen to find a way to win that game, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm taking the Lions. I think the running game is going way too good. Gibbs is doing his things. Montgomery kind of played pretty well this past week. So I think Jared Goff is going to keep doing what he's doing. I think that he's going to carry the Lions to a dub, and they're going to continue their little playoff run, which is good for the state of Michigan.
Yeah. What'd you say, Nate?
Said Harry the Northerner.
Oh yeah. My man. Hey, he's riding that wave in Michigan right now, boy. Michigan with the college football playoff. Yeah.
You're a Michiganer.
Yes, sir. Hey, Harry, I better see you with your Lions jersey or Lions shirt next week, Papa.
No, are you kidding me, dog? I'm torn, dog. I'm a Tampa Bay Bucks fan too. I'm gonna have a jersey, and it's gonna be half Lions and half Bucks.
Oh man, look, listen, man. I think Baker's been playing well. He was counted out, so it's nice to see him play well. He's actually a good dude, man. So I like to see it. However, I think Tampa Bay's their run ends on Sunday. The Lions are hotter than fish grease right now. Yeah, they had a competitive game with the Rams, but obviously I think everybody expected that with Puka and Stafford coming back home, basically. However, I think this weekend I don't think it's going to be close this weekend. I think the Lions at home again. Their fans are going to be crazy. They have that little momentum going into the divisional round. Again, Jimmy Gibbs is nice like that. That run game is going to open it up for their tight end, which it's Laporta. I actually didn't think he was going to play, he did play. So Laporta's playing, so he's back in the lineup as well as Amon St. Brown. So that's going to open up the pass game, and I think the Lions they're gonna take it convincingly, in my opinion. He's about to say some crazy shit.
I like the Lions a lot. They haven't really proved anything in the playoffs because they haven't been to the playoffs in so long, right?
Mm-hmm.
So We got a Bucks team, experienced veterans. We got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, some goons, Vita Vea. I like the Buccaneers a lot. I don't really think that they're struggling as much. I think they have hit a great stride, except for that last game against the Saints in the regular season. But before that, I think Baker was feeding this team, basically carrying them on the back like I carry Harry on the court.
Yo.
But
Straight
you know,
facts. Straight facts.
it's hard. It's hard to knock momentum, right? I mean, it's just they're playing at such a high level. There was a tough competition in Detroit last week when you have Puka Nakua, Cooper Kupp. You have to go against Aaron Donald on the offense. Buccaneers are striding right now, so I'm gonna have to go with the Detroit Lions.
You had me in the first half. You had me in the first half. Good one. I like that.
I had to get that one.
I think we all got Lions.
Yeah, so we all rocking with the Lions on that one. But here's the game I think all of us are excited about. It's the third game with these two quarterbacks going head-to-head in the playoffs. I mean, Josh Allen is striding at the perfect time, tore apart this Dolphins defense to secure the division, has been balling. It's funny because I actually told my boy earlier in the season, I was like, I don't really like Josh Allen this year, boy. He's just a turnover machine. He hasn't really been, good in the playoffs. I just don't know if I really like him that much. And he's been balling ever since I've said that. We got a good one coming in here. The Chiefs coming off of a big win against the Miami Dolphins. Damn, you see that common denominator? Miami Dolphins, trash, bro.
Everybody's just using them up, dog. Oh my God,
you got to get my shots in there. Y'all been killing me all year.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, dude, they got some great games coming, or that game is going to be a great one in Buffalo. The weather might not be so great, but who your boys rocking with?
Yeah, I mean, you already know who I'm taking. It's fuck the Bills over here, and it's not only because of Josh Allen as well. I think a big factor in this game is going to be that Kansas City Chiefs defense, and I think they're pretty damn good, honestly. And you did notate that obviously Josh Allen is a turnover machine, so I think he gets exploited in this game because he's playing a good defense. So I think that's going to be the deciding factor. They are at home, and I still think they're going to lose at home. So that's just my take on it.
You rocking with the Chiefs?
I'm rocking with the Chiefs.
Oh shit! All right.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go opposite Harry on this one, man. I think the weather is gonna be a non-factor only because the Chiefs play in inclement weather too, so that's a non-factor. However, Buffalo's home field advantage is gonna matter. Josh Allen plays very well at home. Their defense is also not bad. The Bills defense is pretty solid. Patrick Mahomes, yeah, they won their last game against the Dolphins, but then again, who can't win against the Dolphins at this point, right? So that
under 500.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah. So that ain't telling me shit that the Chiefs won their game at home in negative 50-degree weather against a Miami Dolphins team coming from Miami, bro. So that ain't proof shit to me. So now you go against a big dog like Buffalo. Like I said earlier, that's been hot since week, I believe, like the last 6 games of the seasons because they were trying to secure a playoff spot. They were 6-6 at one point, and they've won every game since to get to where they are right now. So again, this reminds me of not so much the Giants Super Bowl run, but somewhat when they went into the playoffs hot as hell, and then they just went through everybody else. I think the Bills right now, they have that momentum. Josh Allen has been playing great football, and I honestly don't think he turns the ball over, man. I think he's going to play great, and he's going to bulldoze those Chiefs defenders to pick up those little crucial first downs with his legs. He's going to kill you with his legs, and he's going to kill you with his arm. I hate the Chiefs, so I'm going to have to go with the Bills, man.
Yo, Kareem, book him for two turnovers, all right? Remember I said that. Thank you.
No.
Anyways, go ahead, Nate.
Are we really doubting Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, he hasn't shown me shit this year.
Did he show you shit 2 years ago?
Oh, yeah, of course he did.
Did he show you shit last year?
Yeah, of course he did.
Who was his receivers last year?
The same receivers you got now, except for Juju. That's the only thing. That's the only difference.
So yeah, once again, I'm gonna ask you. You're gonna doubt Patrick Mahomes when he has the same artillery but even better defense this year. That's what you're gonna sit here and doubt him.
No,
Okay.
the
All right, that's fine. That's 100% fine.
The Chiefs don't scare me, bro. Like y'all really
Chiefs
out
didn't
here
scare
like
anybody last year. They didn't
Bro.
scare nobody last year. I remember specifically the talks about Patrick Mahomes and that this year was going to be the year that he doesn't do anything. And what did that man do? Went out there and fucking won a ship again, dog.
Show me that you can win. Show me that Patrick Mahomes can win a playoff game away. His whole career, he's had to play at home in the playoffs. He has home field advantage every single year. Show me now that you're that guy and you can go play away and win the damn playoff game. Until then, no. I don't want to hear it, bro. Y'all over here, people over here crying Patrick Mahomes like he's the GOAT, bro. He ain't Brady, dog. Gets a 7 rings, then talk to me, bro. Yo, it's too soon. Too soon. Relax. Like y'all need to like, Tony Romo, bro, Tony Romo, Chris Collinsworth, those announcers, they see Mahomes throw a regular pass and like bro, they go crazy over it. Like, come on, dog. Like it's a pass.
So let me ask you this. Kareem. Since we're not trying to compare him to Tom Brady. When was Tom Brady's first national or first championship? At what age?
What age? I don't remember his age.
Look it up real quick.
Okay.
And while you look that up, I'm gonna ask you another question.
But I know
how old did you when he won his second?
He won in 01.
How much? How old?
2001 was his first chip.
How old was he?
24 years old.
All right. How old was Patrick Mahomes when he won his first chip?
I mean, really, age don't matter, bro. I don't know why why is this even relevant?
He has a longevity, and he already has 2-3 rings. So his longevity at his young age, it might make him able to pass Tom Brady.
He's not getting 7 rings, my boy.
Early. Yes,
Mahomes was 24 years old. Just so everybody knows, Mahomes was 24 years old as well.
Is he 24-year-old? He's 24-year-old when he won his first?
Yes.
Thank you. So you just
Brady was too.
He's on pace, just like Brady was, bro. And we could sit here and argue that Andy Reid is just as good as a play caller on offense as any of the offensive coordinators Tom Brady had, right? So, I mean, to sit here and say that you don't think that he can have the capability of being the GOAT is kind of absurd. The kid's nasty.
Hell no.
You really don't think he has the capability of being the GOAT?
Put some respect on Brady. Stop, bro. Come, I can't, Nate.
Who said I'm disrespecting Brady?
Be saying that he can reach Brady's level? Hell no, man. Come on, dog. Like,
you really don't think that Patrick Mahomes can reach Tom Brady level?
No, I do not. I do not. Bro. First of all, he's gonna have to show me that he's better than Montana. Win 4 rings for me. Show me that.
How many rings does Patrick Mahomes have?
2.
He has 2 rings?
Yeah, you think he's gonna win Super Bowl every year?
Dude, he's damn near in the fucking playoffs every year, damn near AFC championship every year.
Brady was in the playoffs every year too.
It's a dynasty just like the Patriots were, bro. So come on, bro. Don't be over here hating that.
No, Brady played till he was 45. You think Mahomes is gonna play till he's 45?
Probably.
He's not gonna need to.
Why wouldn't he need to, or why wouldn't he be able to?
I don't believe it, bro. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I think the greatest quarterbacks come from a baseball background, i.e. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes. I think they have the capability of – I think he does have the capability of becoming an all-time great, maybe the greatest of all time. For now, I'm not disrespecting Tom Brady. He has that crown. I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying to sit here and doubt Patty Mahomes in the playoffs, yes, while he's away, is absurd. So for that reason and that reason only, I'm taking the Chiefs. But I do like the momentum the Bills are rolling in and rocking with. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills come out on top. I don't like Patrick Mahomes. I don't like the Chiefs. I don't like how Patrick Mahomes reacted that game against the Bills where he lost and he was throwing a little pity party. So I'm not sitting here and trying to dick ride or say anything. It's an honest opinion. I think it's hard to doubt Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. That's it. That's all I'm saying. For that reason and that reason only.
He is playing his first away game ever in his career, bro.
That's fine.
Let's see how he plays
playoff game, bro. It's It's not his first playoff game, and you got
Okay,
to.
but now you're away. You're not in Arrowhead where like a bunch of idiots, you know. So now we're about to see what he's really made of.
Yo,
Hey, shout out to the nose beating the Hurricanes in basketball last night. You know, Hurricanes are just catching all these L's.
And y'all didn't make the college football playoffs after going 12-0. Cool. Next topic, Harry.
When was the last time y'all even been in the fucking competition to be in the playoffs? Because we've been there twice before you even been relevant. So shut the fuck up.
No, y'all still ain't win. Y'all still ain't win shit though.
Hurricanes are trash, bro.
Y'all still ain't win shit though.
Hey, y'all like the Cowboys, bro. We back every year, and then fourth game.
Trash. You don't hear that for me. You don't ever hear that from me, my boy.
We back.
Nah.
We the boys. It's the youth. Fuck out of here, bro. Get the hell out of here.
Yo, Kareem, I get that Patrick Mahomes is his first away game, but for great players like him, that home court shit don't matter, bro.
Nah.
Okay, show me that.
I think definitely this is the year he's most vulnerable. I will say that.
Absolutely.
This is his most vulnerable year because he's got nothing but stone hands around him. But I like Rashid Rice. I like where he's coming out. Travis Kelce, that boy been ghost ever since dating Taylor Swift. So
yeah,
I don't know.
She's the new
Patrick Mahomes to even go 11-5 in the regular season with just Rashid Rice and to make it against, you know, a sorry ass fraudulent Dolphins team, but still, you know, I agree. This is going to be a tough game. I think this can be a toss-up game, but I'm not doubting Patrick Mahomes, regardless if it's his first away game or not.
I mean, listen, I never said he was going to, you know, shit the bed. He's going to have a terrible game. I'm just saying he's
against the Raiders.
I'll give him credit where credit's due. I mean, I'm never going to sit here and be like, yo, Patrick Mahomes sucks. I'm just saying that he's not at the level of Brady yet, man. Let's give it time. Like, but people are already crowning him the GOAT. Like, relax, man.
He's not the GOAT now. He definitely has the capability, though.
He does have the capability
on his way.
A lot of these experts and these announcers out there, like Romo and Chris Collinsworth, are like, yeah, this dude's the best quarterback ever. I'm like, bro, like, come on now, like, give the man some time.
I think that he's been in the league 5 years now, and can you tell me an AFC championship that the Chiefs weren't in?
Yeah, about I think 2 of them. 2. Maybe
sure?
if that, maybe 1. I don't know.
I think he's been in every single one.
He's been in every single one, is what I was trying to get at. But,
damn, you're right. Yeah, now I think about it, I'm like, wait. yeah. I mean, it's a different year, man. If he shows me that he can beat the Bills and then the Ravens make it to the AFC Championship and he beats the Ravens, at that point, I'm just gonna be like, dude, like,
it's just super hard to have Kareem ever appreciate anybody. You know what I'm saying? Any team.
No, you gotta show me. You gotta show me.
It just takes forever.
Y'all are so quick to just crown people like the GOAT and the best of
everything. No one's crowning. We said that does he have the capability? Doesn't mean that we're crowning him yet.
Yeah, but listen.
That's all we're saying.
Okay, and that's fine.
There hasn't been an AFC championship he hasn't been to.
Okay, well, this is 2024 is about to be that year because he ain't making it to AFC championship this year.
That's fine. But until then, I got to rock with him.
Okay, cool. I mean, we'll talk again next week.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you're right because it's all about New York. So I hope, Buffalo Bills win.
No doubt. All right, boys. Any last minute thoughts? What you got, Nate? Is that all you got for us?
That's all the games, man. I'm excited to see this weekend how it all pans out.
Same. Excited for it, man. Yeah, man. This week, boys, we got a couple good topics I wanted to bring, and obviously we're gonna discuss some some relationship, marriage stuff. So obviously we got to bring in a female perspective to it. So we want to bring back the one and only Layla to the pod. What up? Welcome back.
Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, y'all had me dying back here with the football shit.
She was sick
I was like, y'all taking it way too serious. When he said Google the year or whatever, like look it up, how old he was, like, oh no, pa tanto, man, please, it's not that serious.
There's reasons why, because a lot of people like to speak with feelings as opposed to have an actual objective opinion. So therefore, some people need to get Googled put on them. So
they're the same. They were the same age, Joe. So what's your point?
This hostility right now is insane.
I ain't know how
bro.
it's over here. I'm
That's how
peaceful over here.
Oh yeah. He's zen. He's zen. No social media, baby. He's zen.
I haven't raised my voice not once. Not once.
The Zen master. I like it.
I'm just
like
chilling
it.
out here.
But yeah, man, let's transition to some a little bit more controversial, little something that we want to talk about, man. So this week, man, I wanted to, obviously we've been texting or whatever, and I told y'all. So I've seen this a lot around and lately, you know, like the year 2024, where getting into a relationship and getting into marriage is pretty risky, man, for a lot of men out there. So with that being said, what do y'all think about this one? So should women be entitled to 50% of everything in a divorce proceeding? I want to hear y'all thoughts on that.
Of course. I was like, bro.
I'm gonna let Harry go first.
To be honest, I mean, I think whether or not they're entitled, I think it's irrelevant. I think if as a man you don't get a prenup and you know you get married and whatever you end up divorced 10 years down the road, yeah, she's entitled to the 50%. You're the fucking idiot that didn't sign the prenup and you chose the bitch. So I mean, yeah, she's entitled.
God
to it.
damn! Oh my God!
So I mean, it's like because I get what like you're asking the question and it's like you're trying to get the controversial answer of no, they're not entitled to it. But in my opinion, if the man is not man enough to put a prenup in front of their face because they're afraid that they won't sign it and they're going to lose out on the girl, then that's their problem. That's simp energy, in my opinion. So if she doesn't sign the prenup and you guys get a divorce, yes, she's entitled to 50% because you're a fucking idiot.
Harry, don't get too ahead of yourself because we're going to discuss prenups here in a little bit too. So don't get ahead of yourself. But yeah, I mean, so you're saying your answer is they are entitled to 50%?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Think about the word that you're using now, entitled. Or okay, that's your opinion. I'm okay. That's fine.
And my thing is, it's not necessarily that I think they're entitled. I think because of the way the law is written, yes, they're entitled to that 50%. I'm not necessarily agreeing with that specific aspect of it. I'm just saying it's like if you allow some shit like that to happen and you're afraid to lose 50% of your shit, then make sure you protect yourself and not complain about it later when you don't do your due diligence to get a prenup or whatever the case may be. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. That's fair. Miss Layla. What are your thoughts on this?
I agree with Harry. We're entitled to 50% if that were to happen. Because in order to get married in the first place, you need 50% of a guy and then 50% of a woman, and together you make 100. So obviously when you split, don't roll your eyes at me. Obviously when you split up, you're gonna have to split it evenly, because hypothetically speaking, I contribute 50% to the relationship, whether it's financially, at home, loving, whatever. It's 50%. You are supposed to do the 50%. Same thing. Yeah, I mean, so it's half and half. It's only fair. What are you?
I'm just saying the whole 50-50 thing is it kind of doesn't make sense to me because it's never 50-50 in my opinion.
Well, when people get divorced, it's not like you'll see one person walks out with like stupid bread and the other one is like, okay, still living in a 1-bedroom apartment alone with nothing, and the other one living.
And typically that's a man. That's usually the man.
No.
Walks over. Oh my God, bro. Okay. Okay, I'll let you finish.
No, I think that's it. Yeah, I feel like if you worked your ass off and you contributed to the relationship, you are entitled to your 50%.
That's if you contributed, then that's the key word.
I mean, I would hope you contribute. What the hell are you doing in a marriage if you're not contributing?
Well, I mean, Layla, keep in mind, a lot of people get married and then the wives usually quit their job and they just become stay-at-home moms.
Who the hell does that? In Texas, maybe. Por acá, no.
What? Are you really saying that doesn't happen?
No.
Wow.
It definitely does. It definitely does.
I'm still trying to find that realm that you live in because it's not over here.
Not nearly nearly enough in 2024, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as common as it was back in the 1950s, obviously, right? I mean, because now you can't afford to have a single income household. That's just a sheer fact.
Okay, so you're saying, I'm sorry to cut you off. You're saying if we get married, okay, and I quit my job and now it's just you supporting us, 50-50 is not fair. And I agree. Because I've been at home and you've been, but my 50-50 is because I'm still working, I'm still putting in, you're still working, you're still putting in. That's why that I agree we are entitled to it. But if I'm at home doing ni pinga, like, no, take your take 60, 70, and then all right, give me what, like 40, 30.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
I'll get back.
my thing also about that is like, I mean, just because a woman is at home and not working, that doesn't necessarily mean they're not contributing. Let me put that out there right now.
Yeah.
Like being a stay-at-home mom, that shit is not easy. So to kind of completely like disregard that, like it's kind of ignorant in my opinion. So I mean that's giving your 50% in my opinion. Like if you're at home not doing shit, that's one thing, but by no means I'm gonna be out here shitting on these moms that are out here doing their job because I don't want to be at home doing that.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, I get they have a lot of responsibility that comes along with that. But I'm saying, like I said, if they're at home doing nothing, absolutely, like I said,
Right.
Nibinga, like then no, take your greater half, and yeah, she shouldn't be complaining about it either. If you weren't really aportando or doing anything that you're supposed to, then
Right. No, I agree with that.
okay.
Nate?
Yeah, I mean, my take was going to be somewhat similar to both Harry and Layla. Yeah, I mean, I guess not really to Harry, but it really just all depends. It's several factors, honestly, in my opinion. Just like Layla was saying, if a woman's putting in her 50%, paying half of the mortgage or paying bills in the house, then yeah, she should be entitled to 50%. But if she's not doing shit and she's just sitting back, doing her nail, going and spending the money and just doing all on herself, then nah, you ain't getting no 50%. So I mean, it just all depends. The question is too generalized, I think, honestly, as well. It's more geared to men and women, not just women, because there are men that do walk away from a divorce, better off than the woman because the woman is the breadwinner. So
very rarely,
I've
my
seen
friend.
I've seen the situation. It's not as rare as you think. I've seen it multiple times, but yes, it does happen more so to men that get screwed over. But yeah, no, I don't think women should get 50% if you ain't doing shit. But if you've contributed on the mortgage and you've thrown down, because a mortgage is split, right? I mean, that's their equity too, because they've been building that equity with you. So for you to just take it all, that's not right. It's not fair. That equity has been built together when you guys have been putting in for the mortgage and splitting the mortgage. So it all depends. If she's not paying the mortgage, she ain't paying no bills, but she is also, a mother to your kids, plural or just one, then yeah, she still should get 50%. So it all depends.
Okay. I mean, I think all you guys make really good points. I'll be honest. And for me, my answer is going to be yes and no, right? Yes, in the sense that, like Layla was saying, if you're actually contributing and you're paying half the bills, you're paying half the mortgage, half the car notes, half everything, and we're going down the middle for everything. We're both making $100K a year, right? We're equals, right? Yeah, I think, and I'm not even gonna use the word entitled. I'm gonna say at that point you're deserving of that 50% because you put in the work, so you deserve to walk away with half of everything, right? The other part of that is no, because if you're let's say you're not even a stay-at-home mom, let's say you do work, but I'm making 80% of the income of the home, right? Because my salary is a lot more. You're only bringing just a bit, and I'm paying all the major bills, and you're paying, let's say, the cell phone bill or something like that, right? At that point, do y'all really believe at that point that she's entitled to 50% once they split?
You said she's got with the kids at home, so yeah.
No, she's working. No.
I don't think it necessarily means anything about who makes more money. I think who splits the bills.
So no. Who contributes more?
Let me finish. If you make 100,000 and she makes 60,000, but you guys have a 3,000 mortgage and she's making her 1,500 and you're doing your 1,500, she deserves half. If she's making 60,000, you're making 100,000, she's paying a light bill and you're paying the mortgage, the car note, and all that, she don't deserve half. So
that's exactly what I said, though.
No, you're saying that she has to make 100,000. You have to make 100,000. You guys are equal partners. Therefore, you guys get 50-50. But if she makes less than you and you're paying, if she makes less than you and she's not putting in the work, then she's not going to make shit. So obviously that part. But
that's what I said. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's say I make 100K and she brings in 50K and she's only paying a light bill or a cell phone bill, and I'm paying the mortgage, a car note, everything else. At that point, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you believe at that point, like she's deserving of 50% or entitled? Like the word that we're using right now. Do you think she's entitled to 50%? That's why my answer.
Paying a phone bill now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, right?
My difference was just the income. That's all I was saying. Because she can still put in 1,500 and make 60,000 a year.
No, I just didn't want to use like the same like the stay-at-home mom analogy, just because that's not very common these days. Just because of how expensive it is to just live, so that's why I didn't want to use that analogy. So I was just using the analogy of the man is the breadwinner and he makes more, so he contributes more. He pays the mortgage, he pays the car notes, all that stuff, right? So at that point, I'm saying, like, does she deserve or is she entitled to 50%? And my answer will be no at that point, because think about it, guys. Even if she walks away, let's say with 30%, you walk away 70% after you paid everything, right? Guess what? You have kids. Who's paying child support? You are. All right. On top of child support, most likely you're going to be paying alimony on top of that. So the expenses are there. Just because I walk away 70%, you walk away 30%. That don't mean I win. That's not a win in any way. Because as a man who's present for his kids and who is going to take care of his kids regardless of child support or not, but the judge is saying, you know what? I think you should be giving 1,000 per kid, right? And let's say you got 3 kids, and they're just like, nah, 1,000 per kid. Damn, bro, robbing me blind at that point. Like what I got left, I can even go grocery shopping because all my money going to child support. And then on top of that, he's like, oh yeah, you got to pay her alimony because she's used to the lifestyle y'all were living, even though she's a capable human being and she can go work and take care of her family on her own. The judge is like, nah, you know what? You're still going to pay her alimony on top of her working.
So, and I agree with you on a lot of those points. Where I'm disconnected is like I agree with you in terms of they're not entitled to it when you're in that type of situation. But then again, if as a man, you're in a situation to where your significant other isn't contributing for shit, and then you also didn't protect your assets, then you're kind of at fault for allowing that situation to come to fruition as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you allow yourself as a man be in a situation where your significant partner isn't doing a goddamn thing? Like, that kind of falls on you too. You chose them at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, Harry, that's a good transition, man. And that's going to bring us into the next topic, right? So we're going to talk about prenups. Like, do you all feel like prenups in 2024 is it more necessary now than any other time that we lived in?
Fuck no. And you know why? Because nobody has assets nowadays. Nobody in our fucking generation.
You're absolutely right. Because like a lot of this talk that we're saying, it's like, for people like me right now, because the times are bad. I'm not really talking about like people like Kareem and Nate who actually have assets, but for people like me, I'm sitting here talking about a prenup, and I'm like, nigga, look, I ain't got no assets to protect right now.
The Honda Accord, baby, that's an asset. What you mean?
Exactly. So I mean, maybe down the road, down the road, I'll be worthy of having that type of discussion. But right now, I ain't got shit to protect.
No, I mean, guys, we're speaking hypothetically that a prenup.
You also got 401k. That's your asset too. So you got assets, bro.
Investment,
all that. It's not just owning a house,
a home. Yeah,
right.
It's your 401k can actually be split in a divorce. Even if you don't want.
I've seen it happen.
Nothing's off limits, by the way, Harry. Just so you know,
and Florida
pensions, retirements, all that's coming out.
Florida is a no-fault state either. So
they're gonna come out here and come for my supplements too, bro.
Yeah, no, but Florida's a no-fault state. So even if you were caught cheating, you still would have to, or if she gets caught cheating, you would still have to pay her half.
Oh,
City boys up, baby.
No, city boys not up. What you mean?
Oh yeah, that's not a city boy.
Yeah, the hell.
Yeah, so she could literally cheat on you and still walk away with half, if not even more. Depends on what court settles on.
Damn,
Yeah,
gotta love this country.
Nate is absolutely right. He is absolutely correct. So Nate, your answer was no. You said prenups. You don't think prenups are necessary in 2024?
No, that was a joke. I was just talking shit.
Okay.
No, but I'm not talking shit in the fact that our generation does not have assets or care for asset or back when we were growing up, I think all of us, maybe not Layla because she's still in her 20s, but all of us older kids, we always thought about it like when we grow up, we got to get a job that provides benefits. We have to get a 401k. We could even, apply for some jobs that have pensions like that. That was like our mindset. Nowadays, everybody wants to be a YouTuber. Everybody wants to be a social media influencer. Every day, you got kids wanting to do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody thinks about, the blue collar jobs that we need help in. You know what I'm saying? People being in laborers positions. Nobody has skill sets in AC work or mechanic work or, carpentry. That our agriculture. Nobody's out. Nobody wants to be out in the sun. Everybody is spoiled. You can tell me right now, when's the last time you saw a kid play outside? Because I can't. Partly because I live in the boonies.
Hey! Shout out to my son. That boy's been outside every day, bro.
Yeah. It'll be like that for 2 weeks until he's like, no, I want to go back to my tablet.
No. He's really not about the electronics, bro. He's always been like that. He's never
shit. Your kid's the 1%, right? But I'm saying,
it's rare. It's rare.
99%ers out there. It's one of those things that like there's no asset. Nobody has the mindset of wanting. I don't even think anybody knows what an asset is. If you can ask somebody right now out on the street, tell me 2 assets that you know of. I don't think anybody can say what an asset is. You know what I'm saying? They all care about the liabilities, the credit cards. Oh, I want to run up my credit cards. Or I want to buy this. I want to buy all this materialistic shit. Granted, I was one of those people. I used to be like, I want to buy all this shit. But that's the mindset nowadays. Nobody knows what it is to want to work. So I don't think anybody has assets. But if we're talking generalized, are prenups absolutely necessary? If you have assets, you have a lot of money in your 401k. If you have investment portfolios that you have, or if you have a house, yes, it's absolutely 100% necessary. I think nowadays, as bad it is to say, we are in that social media era where a lot of females are seeing that, you can go and get half of everything if you go after a millionaire type shit or whatever the case may be. Not everybody has that mindset. Not a lot of girls. Some girls do have that mindset where, they're not like, oh no, I'm not going to take half. Don't worry. Nah, you're still signing this, chief.
Yeah.
That needs to be signed for me. Thank you.
Hey, she got to sign that prenup and that postnup too. So don't forget that.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that with prenups, it's only what you have prior to the marriage.
Yep. Bingo.
So if I own a house now and I get a prenup, this house is protected. But if we buy a house or I buy a house when we're married, that is not protected. You can walk away with half of that.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people don't know that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. People only hear prenups because that's like the hot topic. Prenup. But they hear postnup. They're like, what the hell is that? Never heard of that.
Point, Reem. Good point.
Because they think a prenup covers you throughout the whole marriage, and it doesn't. Because you are gonna earn assets throughout the marriage, as at some point, and those are not protected, like Nate said. So I appreciate you educating us on that, Nate. Layla,
Hey. You're not gonna like my answer, but I'm just.
Do I ever?
Oh, because I already feel the judgment, but it's fine. I don't think they're necessary because no, hear me out. Why are you getting married with this person if you can't trust them?
Right.
The whole point is to be with them till death do you part. There's no splitting up. There's no divorce. There's none of that shit. So if you go into the marriage, oh, you need to sign a prenup. Why are you marrying that person? You obviously don't trust them. You don't. So there's no point.
I don't think it's not a trust in them. It's just more so protecting yourself.
But now you care about your assets more than your wife.
Okay, and you're 100% right, and I agree with you. And you shouldn't be
okay.
You shouldn't be in a relationship, but God forbid things fall off. Now what?
It's always God
your
forbid.
assets are not protected that you had.
Yeah.
And now if somebody wants to be petty, I'm not saying this happens all the time. I'm just saying if somebody wanted to be petty, they can go ahead and say, oh, well, you know what? We never signed a prenup. You want to divorce me? That's fine. I'm taking half your shit. You know what I'm saying? There's women that are like that. And I think that's more prevalent nowadays because they see it so heavily influenced on social media. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
No,
you're
also,
right, though. I think you should have trust and not, I
Yeah.
don't think a prenup should be necessary if you're in love with that person. But I just feel like also it's prenup, it's premarital. And I feel like everybody's in that cupcake stage still. So until you actually ride the wave and everything after your marriage and in the middle of your marriage comes to fruition, then, but it's just
yeah,
kind of hard.
yeah. I mean, because that was a really good point, honestly, Layla, with the whole trust thing and whatnot. But
Yeah.
my thing where I'm at with that is that everything is good until it isn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the way I put it is like when it comes to divorces, like people want to make it seem like it's ever pretty. That shit is never pretty. And
Mhm.
Never.
when you decide to get a divorce, like, and especially with a woman, like they're in a position to where a lot of them they're gonna be spiteful. They're gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna take him for half his shit. Like, why the fuck wouldn't I? Like, you're divorcing me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
they're it's hard to kind of like as a woman like be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm getting divorced and I know I didn't sign a prenup, but fuck it, like I'm gonna allow him to keep all his assets. That shit does not happen.
No.
If a woman didn't sign a prenup, 100%, she's taking you for half. Like, don't like I don't trust nobody that much to where I'm like, oh, she wouldn't take me for half. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit doesn't exist.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
but
think
if that
the
happens,
big factor is the if, right?
Yeah.
It's that if.
if that
That's the only thing.
happens,
Yeah,
uh,
if that.
then okay, like big,
Well, I
not
mean,
big deal. But I'm like, all right, well, you win some, you lose some. That was one that
I,
you lost. But
I
I'm
just
really
think we
hoping you're not following through with the divorce. It's got to be something y'all got to figure out. The whole point
right.
is death do you part. Like, figure it out. I don't know, God forbid, whatever the situation is, but there's got to be a solution to it. You can't just be like, you know what, I'm out. Like,
I think that's more of like marriage relationship advice as opposed to like financial advice, right? Like here we are saying protect your assets. Here you are saying protect your marriage, which
Yeah.
is
well,
fine. It's great, but at the same time, God forbid something happens. Like we're saying it like it's gonna be the man's fault. Like, oh, the man wants to prenup, the man's gonna be the one that fucks up. But man, what if the man wants a prenup and later down the road the girl fucks up? Right?
Yeah,
Like
let's keep in mind that 85% of the time the woman initiates the divorce. Let's keep in mind.
That's a good
okay.
well,
stat.
initiate's different than committing the crime within the divorce, right? So
Oh,
like
100%.
committing a
I
divorce,
agree with that.
that so at the end of the day, like it just there's so many factors, guys. I mean, it's just hard to give like a generalized answer
Mhm.
without having certain factors that come into play. I mean, it's just real
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah,
You
but
can say one thing and
Layla,
then somebody else can say another thing. It's just
for the
all
record, I agree with you in the sense of like you're talking about like marriage do us part, and I 100% agree with that. Like I'm not the type of dude that is like, especially coming from a family that's not broken. My parents have been together for 30 years, so like when I get married, like these days people are so quick to quit. They don't want to find a solution to
Yeah.
their marriages, because at the end of the day, how I like to put it is people are ready. They're ready for a wedding. They're not ready for marriage. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
And
That's a good one, Harry.
very
yeah,
good.
like I just think that's what it comes down to. Like I personally don't ever want to get a divorce. I'll always do everything that I can in order to fix my relationship. But I mean,
Yeah.
if I go through all my due diligences to make that relationship better, and it doesn't work out, then that's one thing. But I am going to go through everything I can in order to salvage it. That's always going to be the first option for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also agree with Layla, man. Like as far as kind of like when you said about the marriage, like you should trust a person, right? Obviously, if you're marrying a person, I think we all agree there. If you're willing to commit to that person and marry them, you should trust them to the fullest.
Mhm.
But also on the other side of that, on the flip side of that coin, Nate was like, "Is the what if, right? Is a God forbid something were to happen?" Because it's not. You don't think about, oh, I'm gonna do something to fuck up the marriage. What if that person does something? Yeah, I might trust you right now, but 10 years down the road, you're not the same person that you were 10 years back. So, that person might change up on you and they might do something that you can't, that they can't take back. then what? What are you gonna do? You weren't prepared for that because you're like, man, I always thought like it was gonna be forever. That's why I didn't make you sign a prenup. And like Nate said, Florida's a no state, no fault state. So if she was the one being unfaithful, she cheats or whatever like that, bro, she's still coming after your money because guess what? If she was bad enough to cheat on you, you don't think she's gonna come after you 50%? Like. So it's just one of those things. So Layla, I'm with you. I get it because truth be told, mine ain't got no fucking prenup. Guess what? I had zero assets when we got married. None. All right. We built a lot of shit together. Everything that we have now is together, right? But at the same time, when I got married, I trusted this person with everything because I was at one point, obviously I'm in the military. So like when I went away, I was like, yo, you have access to my bank account. And this was before we were even married. I was like, yo, you got access to my bank account. Like do what you need to do. Da, 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 da. So like I had no issues there. So like the trust was always there for me.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that's for everybody. Because I know people that are in committed relationships and I'm like, oh, do y'all share like a joint account? No, fuck no. I got my own shit. I'm like, damn, okay, dude. Like, these are things that I'm hearing these days, man. So it's like, wow, okay. So if y'all get married, like, what's gonna happen there? But and another thing too, would you get offended, right before you got married to someone and the person says, hey, by the way, I want you to sign a prenup?
I would get offended for sure.
Would that be a deal breaker for you?
Possibly. You really don't trust me. You're really more worried about your assets than me. Then you shouldn't be with me.
But that's not true though. What if he's shown you?
I wouldn't say do that shit right before the wedding type shit, bro.
No, right. You're with your dress and everything. It's like,
I don't think any girl gonna be good with that. But
no. I meant after you propose, after you done propose to her.
Oh, okay.
And then you like a couple weeks down, a couple weeks after the proposal, be like, hey, we're obviously gonna get married or whatever. We're planning the wedding. Before we get married, I want a prenup.
Nope. Negative.
I think that's a conversation you should have well into the relationship, like before. I don't think that's something that you even
pop the question for sure.
Before you pop the question or after you pop the question, I think that's got to be something established well at the beginning of the relationship. Like, hey, if this ever becomes anything serious, I do want to let you know I'm more interested in doing like a prenup or something like that. That's not something we're like, hey, Chief, you said yes to the proposal.
Hey, while you still on the knee putting the ring on. Oh, by the way, prenup too.
you got the ring and you got the prenup.
So Layla, for real though, you find your dream man, checks every single box, and
he's a man of God.
You're letting that
under 5'10" Puerto Rican.
Yeah, you're letting that man walk just because of a prenup.
No.
Right.
You can't.
You shouldn't. Again, like, I'm gonna stick with my.
It's your dream man.
Why is there such a bad stigma on prenups, though?
Yeah,
because it just makes you look like you're so materialistic.
Layla, you work, right?
Yeah.
You make your own money, right? Yeah. Would you want that man coming after your stuff?
No.
Okay. Boom. There you go.
But no. You said the man. This is my husband. I still
that's what I meant. Yeah, your husband.
I'm not signing the divorce papers. You're screwed. You're stuck with me. Too bad.
It don't work that way. That's not how that works.
Yeah, you need 2 signatures on that paper. You're not getting mine, so good luck.
I don't think that's how that works.
Becoming an estranged wife.
You want to take some time to yourself, figure it out, come back to the house when you're ready? Fine, but I'm not getting a divorce.
Wow.
Fussy.
Okay. I'm like, all right, no prenup, and we'll just get married in church, not through the state, nothing like that.
What do you mean you have to do both?
I don't think you have to.
You don't have to.
Well, I have to.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, but the problem is that when you get married, man, a lot of times people forget that the reason for a lot of marriages is because of the benefits that come with being married too. So don't forget. Yeah, just because you get married in the church, but the state's not involved, the state is not going to recognize, or the state's not going to recognize that marriage.
Yeah.
So these things that your spouse has privileges to and has access to, that's not going to be a thing if the state doesn't recognize that marriage.
That makes sense.
So as much as you want to say, yeah, let's get married in the church, and then it's just gonna be our thing, just know what comes with that.
Yeah.
So
just out of curiosity, because obviously I don't know, that's why I'm asking. What are these pros that you say to the marriage, like being a couple? What are you talking about?
So like basically, like let's say my healthcare, like for example, like my healthcare through my job, my girlfriend can't get that. It has to be my wife. It has to be my spouse.
Yeah.
Like if she wants to be covered under my healthcare program, it has to be my spouse. Any kind of she's the beneficiary for anything for that I have, right? Let's say I pass away, God forbid, it goes to my spouse. It doesn't go to my girlfriend. Tax breaks, married. When you file taxes, joint. You got to be married to file your taxes joint. So again, there's a lot of breaks that you get financially, and that's kind of where the government kind of gets their hand in your life and your marriage to be like, yo, get married is beneficial for you. So I mean, we can go down a rabbit hole when it comes to that stuff, man. But that's kind of like, low hanging fruit of the things I can think of off the top of my head to why it's beneficial to be married.
That's a good point. I didn't know that, so thanks for educating me on that.
Oh,
and that's what we do here, man. It's just spitting the facts. But
I don't know, man. You spew a lot of feelings on this pod, so I mean.
No.
You freaking Layla was backstage getting cold feet because all your bullshit ass takes, bro.
she's like, we're taking this way too seriously, bro. Oh, no, that's how we get. We get passionate. That's I like that. Well, I mean, me and Nate.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. A lot of energy in this episode today. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. This is what I like. We got to get Nate riled up. See how Nate, all of a sudden, he came to life? My man was like, yo, yeah, I like that.
Anything. I've been in the same position this whole entire time.
I'm fucking with you, bro. I'm fucking with you. Yo, but, since we're still kind of like on the topic of like obviously marriage, prenups and whatnot. So the last topic I want to bring up, man, and this is a big one when children are involved, right? How do y'all feel custody battles should be handled when it comes to divorces?
This is another one with so many goddamn variables.
Yeah, this is another one where factors come into
play. I'm gonna let Layla go. Let Layla go first on this one.
Okay. I feel like ideally it should be handled. The parents should handle it. It shouldn't be taken to the extreme where like the court has to handle it and it has to be signed off by a judge. Ideally, both parents should be able to come to a happy medium where you understand the kid, like is better off with mom for whatever the case is, because mom is at home a little bit more. She can help you with homework and this, that, and the third. Then you know what? Yeah, like take the L, let the kids go with mom, and then you see them like on the weekends or whatever the happy medium is. But there's parents, like when they split up, that want to be petty as fuck. And their kids don't even come into the play. It's like, how bad can I hurt my ex? Mm-hmm. And how much time can I take away from the kids? Because I've seen that happen. Like, and that's not fair. Like I have a situation or whatever that I know about. And it's like, she's losing sleep. She's not getting enough time with her dad. Dad is saying, yeah, she's with me, but she's actually with a babysitter. So now you're taking away time from mom because you wanted to get 50-50. You wanted to be split down the middle, but you're not even giving time to your kid. Like, that's not even fair. So now, and that's affecting the child emotionally to the point where she's vocalizing it, and she's only 7. So that's not okay. I'm seeing it firsthand. That's only one situation. I work with so many kids, and when the parents split up, it's a very petty fight, unfortunately. And they want to be like, oh, I want what's best for my kid. No, you fucking don't. You want to hurt your other person, and that's not fair. And it just goes to show, like, really people's mentality when you see the ugly side of it. It's not okay. And they always try to play victim. Oh no, she's taking my kids away from me. No, you wanna, and it's not even, it could always be the other way around. It could always be, because I've also seen the other situation where the mom is like, no, I need the kids, and the mom's never home. The kids are raising, like, one sister's raising a little brother, or what, vice versa, and mom's out doing whatever the fuck it is she's doing, living her life, and then she just wanted to hurt dad. She just wanted to make sure that she took the kids. Like, it's really, I mean, if it gets to that point, I think it should be taken to the court. And there's I can't think of it exactly, but there's like a lawyer or somebody that's assigned to the child to psychoanalyze everything that's going on. Because during that time frame, because I had to look up a lot of stuff, during that time frame, there's like somebody that's watching the child's case. So I think they're assigned. It's not a social worker, but it's something else to see.
CPS? Is it CPS?
I don't know.
Child Protective Services?
No. It's something else. And
Okay.
they interview her a lot, like weekly. Hey, what's going on? What is dad telling you? Is dad telling you this? Is mom telling you this? Who's kind of seeing who manipulates, because that plays a huge factor when they're going to actually sign off on custody.
That's messy as fuck, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like people don't understand the kind of trauma you're bringing into a child's
Yep.
life by doing that at such a young age. Like, yeah, I get it. Okay, you're splitting up. Like, okay, we get that, man. But for you to bring that child into that in the middle of your mess, and you guys are trying to hurt each other, but you don't understand that you're not hurting each other. You're hurting the child or the children. You know, if there's multiple.
Yeah.
So it's like, sometimes, man, people need to grow the fuck up. Like, that's bottom line.
Yeah. No, and it's like a bribing thing. It's like who wins mommy's or daddy's love. And unfortunately, if you get the kids at a younger age, daddy wants to take you out for ice cream. Daddy wants to buy you this. Daddy wants to do this. Okay, I like daddy better. Daddy buys me Barbies. Daddy this. Daddy whatever. And mom's over here busting her ass, staying up late, doing homework with you, taking you to school, picking you up when you're sick, all the other stuff that you have to do that comes along with having a child. But the kid doesn't see that. The kid sees daddy. As they grow up, they'll notice that.
Of course.
And then and you know, reality kicks in. They're like, damn, my dad didn't do shit for me, or like mom was always there for me. But unfortunately, that happens later on. So mom's getting the backlash. Mom's like, oh, I don't want to go with mom. So she's feeling her at the moment, like currently. And it's all like that play, because dad knows what he's doing, you know?
Yeah. So you work with, just to clarify for everybody, you work with kids for a living. So you see this like on a day-to-day basis. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Nate, what you got?
Honestly, if both parents are capable, it needs to be 50-50.
Yep. Both of them are fit.
That's it. I mean, I don't understand why people let it get to the level of a judge deciding something, because that's all subjective. No one knows the true battles every day inside the house. You know what I'm saying? So to me, if both parents are capable, loving, financially stable parents, it needs to be 50-50 regardless. The petty shit happens, unfortunately.
More often than we would like it to.
Facts. But how should custody battles be handled? In my opinion, both people are capable. Co-parenting, 50-50.
So you're okay with your kid? I'm sorry to cut anybody off. You're okay with your kid staying like one day at your house, one day at mom's house, one day at your house, one day at mom, like that?
No, I'll probably be week off, one week, or 2 weeks, 2 weeks. I mean, that's just going to be, that's factors that, you know, are now going to have to be
between you and your
decided between the co-parenting at that point. But if you guys are getting to the point where you can't agree, I think that's kind of petty. Like, you guys could definitely put your emotions of whatever happened in the relationship aside for the benefit of your kids. Because just like you said, Layla, like the kids start to suffer, or like you said, Reem, the kids start to suffer. So then you got to go to court. They're going to see court and judge and ruling and this, that, and the other, and it just becomes what Reem said. It's just, you know, one of those things that the kids will always remember, and it's going to stick with them, and that's not all right.
Absolutely, 100%. Harry?
No, I mean, I think Nate hit it on the head perfectly. Pretty much word for word what I was going to say. If they're both fit to raise a child, then I think they're both entitled to 50%. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, it's their child, and if they're fit to raise that child, who is anybody to tell them, oh, they need to go here 70% of the time, or whatever the case may be. But I mean, if you can go into court because you guys can't agree on something, and you can plea your case and show that the other person is not fit to raise a child, and that's something different. But again, innocent until proven guilty, that's kind of hard to do unless you have like a fat ass paper trail or whatever the case may be. But until you show that proof, then I think both parents deserve, you know, their time with the child. But I also think, like you guys were saying, is that more times than not, like you are in a situation to where you can't agree because people are so stuck on being petty and how the relationship went, to where they're not actually thinking about the child in the first place. They're just thinking about their personal feelings, which at that time, like when you decide to have a child, that shit doesn't fucking matter. Who the hell cares about your feelings? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you got to put your feelings aside at that point.
yeah, that's where I'm at with it, because that's why at the same time we have so many kids that they're getting raised and they're fucking broken by the age of like 13, 15. It's tough, you know what I'm saying? Because like, if you're asking me, a lot of people that are parents, they shouldn't be parents.
Yep, that's a damn fact.
Big facts.
Yep.
Yeah, you had that. Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one, Harry.
I mean, it takes two to make a baby, you know. So they're still gonna need their dad and their mom. We see what can happen when a girl doesn't have a dad in their life, or a boy doesn't have a father figure in their life. You know, you still need both parents. I mean, can a woman and a man solely do it on their own? Yes, there's that capability.
They're capable, but
it's
not the same. Yeah.
Now, if you want to get a little controversial, where we can stem from this question, because you obviously, Nate, you just said, the whole single thing. Which gender is more fit to raise the child?
Oh, I got this one.
Ooh.
I got this one.
Go ahead.
Okay, think about when you were little and you got hurt. Okay, the first person you're calling is who? Like, I'm talking about 3-4 years old. Mommy.
Mom. Yeah.
You're calling mom.
Yeah.
You guys want to be like the masculine, like I can do it too. I get it, but they're better off with mom if mom is obviously present emotionally and like physically there. Because there's some moms that are emotionally checked out. That's not the case. I'm talking about moms that are invested. They're better off with mom because they have that nurturing. They carried the baby for 9 months. They have that stronger bond. Even if you're daddy's girl or whatever, like you want to go out and play with dad, I get it. But you are going to be better off with mom in the long run because of all those factors. So that's kind of that's it.
Yeah, I agree with Layla for the first time ever on this podcast.
Bro.
No, I think the mother is nurturing. That, I mean, that's basically that's her role. And I think when it comes to divorces and parents splitting up, I think majority of the time, if it's not 50-50, I think the mother should always get majority of the time with the child.
Yeah.
I think that's super important. Now, don't get me wrong. I think the father still needs to be present. Like, I'm not saying like disappear and then I'll see you once a week. Like, no, if you can see your kid, if you live in the same city, if you can see your kid every single day, go see your damn kid. If that could be arranged between the mom and dad, okay, yeah, the kid's not going to stay with me, but still, even if he's staying with mom, can I come over, have dinner, tuck him into bed?
Yeah.
Just to show face. Like, if you could do those little things, like that goes a long way.
Yeah.
I think even initially, if the kid is hurt by the divorce, I think down the road, like 10 years down the road, they're gonna appreciate that and be like, damn, my dad still showed up every single day. He took me to practice, tucked me in. He had dinner with us, even though he left at the end of the night after I went to bed. I still saw my dad every day, right? So I think that's super important. So yeah, I mean, if it could be arranged that way to where the kids, and you gotta also think about stability, right? Like you were saying, one day mom gets him, dad gets him, back and forth. Like that's terrible for a child.
Not healthy,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, it's so not healthy. There's no stability there. So really, as a dad, I mean, that's just my opinion, right? It's not every guy that's gonna think this way. But for me, I would be like, hey, you stay with your mom, and I'll come see you every single day, and then I know every other weekend you come stay with me or something like that. But I'm not gonna make you bounce back and forth every other day or every other week. Like there's no kind of stability there, and it's not good for the kid. And I think that's something that the parents need to come together and kind of be like, hey, what do we need to do that's in the best interest of the child? Not in our best interest as adults, but of the best interest of the child. And I think that's what you need to come down to. And don't get the courts involved, because again, that's more trauma for the child. That's that's just more issues that's gonna create between the parents, because then when other people get involved, that's when the problems really start.
Yeah.
All right. Those things need to be handled, privately and between the parents, and they need to put the child first and what's best for the child.
I think for the sake of switching it up, I'm gonna go with something that's more of a factor in this question that you asked. I think it depends on the maturity of the kid and where the kid is at life.
Okay.
So here's what I mean by that. If you have a kid, more so a boy, who needs an authoritative figure in their life because they're overpowering their mom or overstepping their mom, not listening to mom, because we have kids like that, right?
Yeah.
They need more of you know, authoritative father figure in their life to be able to whip them into place. So I guess that's where I can say I think a man would be more fit to be able to handle that. Because not saying that women don't, because I used to get beat by my mom all the time. The chancleta, the phone wire, the broom. But end of the day, like a man is more fit in that position to do so, to be that authoritative figure, because it may not even have to come to the point where you need to hit somebody. It could be the bass in the man's voice that can scare the kid, right? Scare him straight.
Just his
Yeah.
presence. Yeah.
It just all depends. I'm not saying for the guy to go out there and hit his kid to be the authoritative figure. I'm not saying that by any means, but for the sake of switching it up, I would say the man, if the kid is unruly, would be the better person to handle that. Now, if it's a mama's boy or a girl or whatever the case may be, like you guys said, nurturing, caring would be the woman for sure.
Well said, man. Well said. All right. Well, Harry, you got anything to add to that, my boy?
I mean, I'm gonna have to disagree with you and Layla. I'm gonna say that a single father is more equipped to raise the kid. And,
What?
And to be honest,
Wow.
I have some stats in front of me that
Oh, that's what you were doing.
that might surprise you.
Okay.
Right.
So
Let's hear it.
It says single father households do vastly better than single mother households. And then it also, when I go down on this list, it says that studies have found that children that come from a single mother household are 5 times more likely to commit suicide than children from both unbroken households and single father households. 9 times more likely to drop out of high school, 10 times more likely to abuse chemical substances, 14 times more likely to commit rape, 20 times more likely to end up in prison.
Jesus, yo, where are these?
And
well, I mean, it makes sense.
32 more times more likely to run away from home.
It makes sense.
Lo que tiene is a toxic mom.
No, it's not a toxic mom. It's funny because if you think about it, when they say things like, oh, this crime was committed by this person, or this girl's a thought, it's all because they didn't have a father figure in their life, right?
Yep.
And that's where the main excuse always comes from, is if a kid's bad and goes to jail, well, his dad wasn't there. Or if a girl's a thought and she's out here sucking 17 dicks in a week,
oh my God,
he doesn't have a father figure in her life, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, it makes sense to that statistic. If a man is present or is the sole provider of that kid, maybe they will do better in life. Maybe they won't commit crimes. Maybe they won't be a thought.
But Harry, at the same time with those stats, did they mention the percentage of single moms versus the percentage of single dads, or single mother households versus single father households? Because let's be real, single father households are pretty rare. They're not very common compared to single mother households. That is like,
I think I think it's more common today than it used to be, but it's still a little bit rare. But I think that comes down to the court usually having the mom side. You know what I'm saying? Like
always. Unless the mom is on drugs or something like that, most of the time they're gonna give mom custody.
Yep.
And you want to know why those stats are probably accurate? I think it's because I agree with you guys when it comes to the whole nurturing aspect with your mom, and it's like, oh, I need mom when this happens and this happens. But the fact of the matter is that women are bad disciplinary figures. They're horrible disciplinary figures.
Right.
And that's where the father comes in place. And that's why all these kids today are fucked up. Is because the father's not out there whooping that ass. That's the problem.
I agree.
I think that's the biggest factor when it comes to those stats, honestly.
Yeah, but nowadays kids don't even get hit.
Oh yeah, I know, bro.
That's a big problem.
God forbid. God forbid.
Yeah.
Oh, because
Yeah.
they're so quick to pull out their cell phone. Oh, I'm gonna call social services on you. I'm gonna call the cops. All this shit. Like, and parents get intimidated by that now. You know
Fuck
what I'm
no.
saying? It's
I
crazy.
wish they would.
Yeah,
have
I'm
beat
like,
that
pick
little
up,
ass
pick
in.
up, do
Yeah,
it.
man,
Grab the phone.
that generation is dead, and that generation died with us, man. With our generation, like that doesn't happen anymore, man. It's
Shout
over
out
with.
90 babies. Let's go.
Yeah, 90s
We're
babies,
the last
baby.
of the dying breed,
Yes,
baby.
sir.
Yes, sir. Anybody born in the 2000s is trash.
Wait, Layla, you're not born in 2000s, are you?
No, bro, don't try me. What's
Oh, I
wrong?
was about to say, oh, hey.
Yeah.
It's 2024 at this point.
1999. Stop playing. No.
99.
Oh,
God
I was about to say barely.
No, I'm
Barely.
95. I'm 95.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, hold on.
I was fucking with you.
Okay, I was like, goodness. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate you bringing up those stats, Harry. That I did not know, bro. Very informative. So I appreciate that. So
Yeah, fathers be present.
yeah, that's it, man. That's really
Basically
what it comes down
stats
to.
just said.
We understand, man. We get it. Relationships don't always work out, but,
No, but
if you could be present.
No, I think there was a stat that I read that this day and age, there's way more fathers in their lives of their kids.
Yes.
Than there were.
Yes.
Yeah, I think because that generation understood what it was to not have a father.
Facts. And how
breaking those generational curses, man.
Yep.
Generational traumas. So I agree. Nate, I do see a lot more fathers being involved in their kids' lives.
Yeah, shout out to you because you got two, bro, and you're in their lives every day, bro, being a great father. So
Every day, dog. I got to, man. Got to. But so I just hope that the dads out there, obviously, again, that their relationships didn't work out, that they can still be present in their kids' lives. Obviously don't take it for granted, especially if your kids are in the same city as you and you're able to see them every day, bro. Like, don't take that shit for granted. Because being in the military, I know a lot of single dads that can't see their kids every day because mom is in another state. So and that shit hurts them, man. Like, you can see it, like it hurts.
Yeah.
So the dads that can be there and see their kids every single day, bro, like, do it, man. It can go a long way.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's all I got on that one, man.
All right, so anyway, anybody got last minute thoughts before we let Kareem take us home? Because I know me and Nate are we're 2 hours late on our REM sleep. So
in bed knocked out by 10.
Oh man. Any final thoughts, guys?
I think if the parents are not present, mom or dad, start making an effort now. Just my input. Doesn't have to be the same city. You live far away, that's fine. Call your kid every day, but it has a huge impact. So that's just.
I just don't get how you can create something and not be in that life.
I don't get it, bro.
That to me is just insane.
You'd be surprised.
Like, you created this thing, bro. Like, what the fuck?
I will never in my life get that ever.
I don't understand. That's like a little you, dog. Like,
I mean, yeah. You see, like, I see my kids, man, and I'm like, how can I be like? Oh, how do you?
Harder to deny your kids, boy. They look exactly like you.
Yo, I can't deny it. Yeah, man. But it's like, dude, like, how can dudes sit there and be like, oh yeah, I see my kid, and I'm like, oh, I'll see you in like 3 weeks, and not call you, not check up on you.
Yeah.
And again, I'm talking about dudes that live in the same city as your kid, that live 5 minutes down the road, and you're not seeing. It's 3 weeks and you see your kid,
or they get their kid and then hire a babysitter to watch their kid.
Yep.
Even
insane
worse,
even
bro,
insane.
But like you said, Nate,
and that makes sense to me if you're at work. But if you're not at work and you have a babysitter, bro, what the hell are you doing, dog?
Yep.
Going out partying.
That's wild to me.
Mm-hmm.
In this day and age, if you can afford a babysitter and then go out and party, because I don't know if you guys know, but babysitters are $350 a week.
Yeah, they're not cheap. They're not cheap. No,
that's a whole nother mortgage, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Harry's got a point. He ain't lying, dog. He ain't lying.
That's $1,400 a month, bro. That's crazy.
Are you kidding me? That shit hurts the soul, bro. What the? You want to go party that bad? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I ain't trying to party that bad, bro. Hell no. $350 a week, bro. That's a car note, my boy. Yeah.
Get out of here, dog. I could do so much with that bullshit.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, man, if you guys don't have anything else, man, I appreciate y'all coming out. I appreciate Layla for coming back on. We
Always
we always appreciate your your presence and bring the female perspective to these topics. So appreciate you taking time for us. And as you said, put it, what'd you call it? You put us on your calendar.
I penciled you in.
Oh, you penciled
you in.
Oh, so we're so grateful. So grateful. Yeah. So yeah, man. Nate, appreciate the intensity, my boy, as always.
One last thing, Layla, do me a favor and don't lose out on your dream man because of a goddamn prenup, all right? Like,
oh god,
facts.
That shit is not worth losing a guy like that for a goddamn for assets that existed before your time. Like that shit is not worth it.
Yeah, I agree. Especially if
I'll take that into account.
Especially if he's a man of God, Layla. You can't fumble that. That.
When I find him, you're gonna be so salty. You're like, oh look, she found everything she got, and now I gotta zip it.
That's right, Layla. Don't settle. All right.
I will not.
Hey, 20 years from now, Layla, you found your man of God yet?
No.
Layla gonna be viejita with her.
Yeah, cat lady, bro.
First of all,
the way Layla
20 years is a long time. Dime.
Yeah, the way Layla sees it is if he's a man of God, he wouldn't ask me for that prenup in the first.
Exactly. That's exactly how I see it. That's exactly how I see it. Nope. You guys are laughing now. When I'm still married at like 99, I don't want to hear it. Okay.
Oh my God. Anyways, on that note, guys, I appreciate y'all again, bro. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think. And any other topics y'all want to hear us talk about, just drop that in the comments for us. If nobody got anything else, appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Love y'all. See you on the next one.
Peace,
my boy.